It's 100% guaranteed.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a different type of video than I normally do. So let's go ahead and get into the details of what today's video is like. So I know on the title it said my story, and you're probably wondering, what is this video even about? Well, I thought that I would let you guys get to know me a bit more by sharing my story and the main reason that I want to have this platform to spread positivity and to show my growth through high school. Let's get into it. It's a pretty long one. It all began in 5th grade. At the beginning of 5th grade, before it even started, I got really sick. My school system didn't care that I got sick, and they said, just let her go to school anyways. Also not caring about the students that I could perhaps get sick. My mom thought, this is kind of fishy. I'll keep her quarantined and then I'll homeschool her. I was homeschooled for almost half of my 5th grade year, but then, close to November, December, I finally went back to school. When I went back to school, I knew people because it was the same elementary school, but we weren't as close because I didn't spend the entire year with them. However, 2 girls befriended me, and I wasn't particularly close with these 2 girls, but they befriended me anyways. They first befriended me in library, and I thought it was pretty nice of them, so I started hanging out with them more. We began to become really, really close, and that's when things started to become tricky. One of the girls, specifically, was very rude towards me. All the time, every single day, every single class, nonstop. Usually when people become close friends, they start to, let loose a little, joke with their friends. That's what she probably assumed she was doing, but then it got to a point where she knew what she was doing. I was being bullied for months of the school year. Every day I came home and I cried. I was bullied about childish things. I was bullied for being too much of a child. It was really, really hurtful, and it hurt my self-esteem because earlier in my life, in 3rd grade, I know, big time jump, I actually joined gymnastics and was bullied out of gymnastics due to my weight. So it was a really bad reflection when I reflected back, because I'm like, it's happening again. People are making fun of me for no reason again. Well, then the other friend, she started to dig into, at this point, both girls would not stop relentlessly bullying me. One day, one of the main girls, she said something that really stuck out to me. She was like, Emily, wait, let me give some context before this. I would make these videos, these silly little videos, and I'm pretty sure my entire grade was making fun of me for it because they were cringy. I was a cringe little kid. They made fun of me relentlessly. So she said one day, Emily, you should make a YouTube channel. I was like, really? She was like, yeah, your TikTok videos are so cringy that you would just blow up on YouTube. I was like, that is a really nice thing to say to your friend. It didn't even stop there. I continued getting bullied the entire year. And you're probably like, why didn't you report it? Why didn't you stand up for yourself? 1, I did report it. I reported it multiple times. I was in the office almost every single day. They called me deluded. They said, if you're getting bullied this bad, you must have something to do with it. Are they really bullying you? Or are you just hearing this from someone else? Why don't you try to befriend them? Why don't you try to ask, why are you bullying me? I was asked stupid freaking questions like that every single day. So I just stopped reporting it. It got so bad to the point where the girls knew I was reporting them, and they would be like, you snitched on us, and it got worse. Why did I not defend myself? I don't know how. I still don't know how. At the end of 5th grade, I ended up nipping in the bud and becoming best friends with one of these girls, whom unfriended me in middle school. So, spent a whole summer hanging out with her for nothing. It only proceeds to get worse. Middle school. Okay. Before I explain the middle school portion of this, let me just clarify. My school was a K through 8. People I have drama with from kindergarten would have had drama with me all the way up to 8th grade. Yeah, there was no escaping this. Also, it was a very tiny school. So 6th grade. My dog's doing something really weird. 6th grade. It starts out pretty good. I don't get in a class with my best friend I became friends with over the summer, but it's fine. I like it. I am kind of scared of these few popular girls. I feel like they're going to make fun of me. There's a fly in my room. But instead, I just try to befriend them anyways, because one of the girls I used to be friends with in 5th grade. I befriend the popular girls, mostly just to like kind of hang around them, not to really actually be friends with them. I sat at the popular table. It started to blend. I started to feel more popular, or I started to act more popular, but I never felt popular. Inside, I knew that they didn't really see me as one of them, and I ended up pushing away one of my best friends just for this. Not really pushing away. I would say more like we distanced, and I was not really handling it good. So I would say more like that. Ooh, guys, story's pretty deep. So after I start to, fit in more, these people, they try to find my weaknesses. Like, they know me. They know I'm pretty sensitive. So they start poking fun. They start making jokes, small ones at first. Then they start to get, bigger. It's like you're in a room and everyone's, laughing at you, acting like they're your friend, but you can tell that they're two-faced. That's how it felt anytime I stepped into that school. I would have friends, but were they really my friends? Was I really popular? No, I wasn't. It got so bad. I was afraid to go to the bathroom. I cried every day. And eventually I stood up for myself. I know, shocker. But I did. I stood up for myself and I cussed them out. They laughed in my face. They thought I was some rabid animal when I started cussing at them. It didn't do anything. It just caused them to make fun of me more. And now I didn't have any friends because they all hated me. I say one rude thing to a girl who was bullying me for months and everyone hated me. No one liked me. Everyone thought I was annoying. I had no friends at all. Sure, I become friends with a few people, but they end up leaving. I'm left alone at the end of 6th grade year. But at the end of the year, this girl comes and she becomes my best friend. And up until this summer, she was my best friend for all of middle school, and she always looked out for me. But she turned out to be a freaking racist, so don't get too happy for her. Yeah. Yeah! And before you're like, didn't you notice beforehand? Actually, I didn't. She never said anything close to that. Never said any microaggressions at all. So I never even figured that she would be. And then one joke at a sleepover this summer, and boom. There goes my best friend of 3 years. 7th grade year. I joined my school's basketball team. And if you didn't go to my middle school, which most of y'all probably didn't, but a few of my middle school friends are probably watching this right now. Our middle school basketball team kind of sucked. And I don't know. I just joined because my neighbor was the coach. I was pretty bad at it, but everybody was. So what's so bad about a girl wanting to join to have fun. One of my old bullies, who ended up having the whole grade hate me, started talking really bad smack about me. Everybody was. Everyone was talking bad about me. But it's okay, I have my friends, right? 7th grade ends, pretty fun, ate a bath bomb, but that was the best year. 8th grade. 8th grade comes up. Worst year of my life. I don't get in a class with most of my friends. I'm only in a class with that one best friend. But I'm in a class with all of my 6th grade bullies. Every single day, they would make fun of me, laugh at me, film me, pretend to be my best friend, but copy off my answers. Snarky, preppy, mean kid energy. I'm not going to say mean girl because it was the boys that were the meanest, but snarky, mean kid energy. It was literally the worst experience of my life. On my birthday, I was made fun of over 10 times. I had my binder moved across the entire room, and everyone was laughing about it. I had people take my papers. I got voted teacher's pet for the yearbook. I got told I was a tryhard. I got called fat a few times and ugly. Everyone hated me. And by the time 8th grade came around, the moment I knew I had a class, because at my middle school, we stayed with the same people every day and went to those classes with those same people. So I was stuck in rooms with all my middle school bullies all freaking day. I was stuck with them. So as soon as I realized that at the beginning of the year, I shut down. I became really quiet. I only talked to my best friend. And eventually she moved, and it only got worse. I walked alone. I was always sad. It was literally the worst experience of my life. I had no friends. No one cared about me. No one really talked to me over the summer. And I hated my life. I really did. I hated it a lot. Because they had the whole grade hate me. Like, it was horrible. I had a few 7th grade friends, but what does that matter? Like, and anytime I would try to talk to my other close friends about it, they would be like, yeah, I can't believe the whole grade hates you. Thanks, that makes me feel a lot better. Yeah, that was my entire middle school experience. Horrible bullying. I endured horrible bullying. I know it sounds like I'm being dramatic, but no one understands how it feels to have the entire grade hate you for 4 years. Well, got into high school, as I am now, and I feel at least, I'm probably not, but I feel like I am so loved. And guess what? That's still not enough. Because the bullying that I went through at that school, it's never going to leave me. Anytime I become friends with someone, I'm always going to think that they're going to end up making fun of me. Anytime when I'm talking to my friend and they make a stupid joke about me, I'm always going to end up crying about it. And I'm never going to be able to stand up for myself. I'm never going to be able to make true friends. I'm never going to be fully confident in myself. And I'm never going to want to 100% live forever. And I'm never going to not want to die. But that is why I made this channel. I made this channel that way I could share my high school journey and to try and grow and heal from this. This is probably a really short video, but I just really wanted to have that talk with you guys because I want to start posting more consistently, and I want to start posting these little talking videos so you guys can get to know me. That's all for today, but I hope you enjoyed my talk. Goodbye.